Chapter 10, Spider. Knock knock, says Dad outside the tent. For a second I don't know where I am. I open my eyes. Polly is pawing and whining at the entrance. I unzip my tent. Any bites or stings? Dad asks, kneeling in the tent porch. I shake my head and stretch. I feel as if I've been asleep for days. I made you a bottle for this one. He passes me Joey's pouch. Thanks, I reply, taking the bottle and tilting it towards Joey's mouth. She latches on and slurps the milk. I've been into town and got all the supplies we need, he says excitedly. I even got you a present. He passes me a book. The title says, Flora and Fauna of the Himalayas. Grandma's been cleaning your bedroom. You can move in. How long was I asleep for? I ask, surprised he'd done so much. 13 hours, he smiles. I woke up early, probably the jet lag. Later, I dragged the tent up the stairs and groan when I reached the bedroom. It doesn't look any more exciting in the daylight. A makeshift bed sits in the middle of an empty room with peeling white paint on the walls. The cement floor is cold under my feet. I glance out of the window. There's nothing but trees outside, no other houses, no people. Polly cocks her head to the side and places her paw on my shin. She always knows when I'm feeling bad. It's all going to be okay, says Dad, carrying a suitcase with Grandma behind him. I feel a twinge of irritation. Why do you keep saying that? I ask. Because I believe it. You shouldn't, I snap. I can't help it. All my misery and frustration and tangled up feelings explode. My words are like arrows directed at Dad. You told me our home in Australia would be okay. You told me Mum would be okay. Why do you think this is going to be anything different? There's a silence that follows. He looks at the floor and sighs. I want you to know that I'm trying my best, he says gently. I hope you can believe that. He places the new book on the bed and leaves. I throw myself down on the makeshift bed. Grandma sits next to me and thinks for a while. What about your camera? She asks. What about it? I reply, turning to look at her deep eyes. Could you pretend you're on a research trip for now, as if you've been sent to photograph as many species here as you can, like your mum did with snakes? After a while it might not feel like you're pretending anymore. I grunt back at her. She sighs, ruffles my hair and leaves. Grandma's right though. It's what Mum would do. She's always made the best of things, and I have to believe that even though I'm scared of things, I'm still a bit like her. I sit up and jump. On the wall beside me is a giant spider with furry legs. It's definitely a female. They're always bigger. I back away slowly. In Australia there were many venomous spiders, and you have to be careful. I reach for the book at the end of the bed. Flicking through the pages I stop on a picture that looks like the spider. This house spider's bite isn't harmful to humans, and they live for up to 8 years. I hold the book up and double check it's the same one. You can stay in my room, I say to her. Just keep off the tent. She scuttles slowly into the corner as if in response, and I give her a sharp nod. We have an agreement. I'll call you Georgina, I say, and take a photograph of her. I wonder if Praveen knows more about the spiders, and wish he would come back and show me around. There's something about his smile and the way he cares for his goat kids that makes me want to see him again.